Hey, what is up, YouTube boxing family? Just want to say congratulations to the brother, Mr. Devin, the Dream Haney. Woo! Congratulations to Devin Haney defeating and dethroning the the AKA title holder, George Kambosos Jr. In a massive epic showdown down in Australia in the Down Under, down in Melbourne, if I'm not mistaken. Devin Haney did his thing. He dominated George Kambosos, and he did what he had to do. Devin Haney displayed high-level ring IQ, high-level boxing, and he did what I would expect any other pure masterclass boxer would do. He just controlled the pace. He should have used his hands a little bit more, but I think Devin, he did what he had to do to be successful, and I'm proud of him, man. I'm very, very proud of him. I just wanted to say that, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you, Devin, for just doing this for, well, not only for yourself, but doing it for Black America. I think this is something that can easily be put into the record books for another Jack Johnson versus Tommy Burns 2.0. That's just how this fight, that's just how this fight really defined itself to be such a racially, drifted warfare type of fight where many people had thought Devin Haney was not going to do what, many people thought he would do, where he surrendered his legacy, or he surrendered all the things that he could have got for big money fights just to be great, to surrender everything to become the B-side, going into Australia and beating George Kambosos, at his own home turf. And for him to do that, I commend you, Devin. If anybody from Team Haney is watching, just know that, a guy like myself from Albany, New York, we stand up for you, Devin, because that's pure history for Black American talent and for Black America, all together. On top of that, I also wanted to say salute to Damian Lillard being out there to support Devin Haney, because he's definitely like a real one, man. He's a real individual that really stands up for the pure justice of boxing, because I think with him being there really made a huge impact to help out Devin Haney, and just to make sure that he had people to guide him. But I also wanted to say salute to Bill Haney, man, because Bill Haney, he went out there and he did his thing. Even though that Devin didn't have like a cut man in his corner, they did a very, very good job to make sure that Devin didn't really receive any difficult punishment. But George Kambosos, fuck you, man. You're a piece of shit. Your team's a piece of shit. But I'm not gonna disrespect Javier Centeno, because even though he is a part of your team, but Javier Centeno knows that George Kambosos is the one at fault here for being unprofessional, treating Devin like a piece of shit, he's like not a formidable, gentleman, and just trying to act like a douchebag, the entire buildup. So I personally, for me, I can't respect that out of a man that chooses not to treat another man with mutual respect. And I really hate that out of George Kambosos, because you were obviously doing this to be acting, under your promotional banner through Lou DiBella. And I think Lou DiBella understands that George Kambosos, he's basically a sacrifice. And that was basically true, because why would Devin want to sign a 3-fight deal or 4 5-fight deal just to go through the Top Rank banner, knowing that Bob Arum and Ben wanted to get Devin Haney for quite a long time, and leading up to this point, Devin's only going in there just to honor the shot to go for undisputed, and therefore moving forward, Devin, he could become undisputed and he could do whatever he wants to basically move up to 140, to which I was just about to say, Devin Haney doesn't need he doesn't need to honor the rematch with George Kambosos. If anything, he could vacate all the titles, and he could basically let the rest of the lightweight division unify. Because obviously, the big thing that most of you guys want to see out of Devin is the fight Gervonta Tank Davis. That's obviously the biggest fight in the lightweight division. I don't care what anyone has to say. Devin and Tank are the last two titans standing. And I think, personally for me, I think Gervonta would beat Devin, but I don't think it would be a very easy fight. It's going to be a very difficult 50-50 level fight. But the thing is that Gervonta, he's in a good position because now that Devin won, Gervonta can easily basically petition to the WBA, or the WBA can mandate the fight between Devin and Gervonta Tank Davis. And that fight can easily be held here in the States. Devin, he could say, fuck Top Rank, I don't need to honor your contract. He could just buy himself out of that contract if he really wanted to. And then guess what? Devin, he could fight Tank on Showtime, on the PBC. And then guess what? That is for all the marbles. And then if Tank beats Devin, or Devin beats Tank, dude, that could be like a 2-fight, 3-fight deal, like big ultra level money before Devin goes up to 140? That's amazing. That is effing amazing. That is what I'm talking about. You could easily do that if you're Devin Haney. But I don't know what's going to happen. I think, honestly, it would either be a guy like Shakur Stevenson that will probably be more than happily obliged to fight Devin Haney on Top Rank because that's an easier fight to make. Or Devin, he could end up facing a fucking low-level opposition fighter. You know, he could easily do that because Devin, he went through the hard route. He literally went through the hardest gauntlet of opponents just to get to where he needed to be. And for that, you definitely need to give him a little break in between. I would say Devin, he should rest up. Once he's back inside of the gym, he should fight like a low-tier opponent and then put him in there with like a guy like Tank or Shakur. I mean, somebody like, you know, I don't know. But I think, honestly, like, fuck it. I think honestly, if George Kambosos is wanting to get the rematch, Devin should renegotiate that contract, have the fight out in Vegas, in America, and then boom, George Kambosos, you're gonna come, like, yeah, you have to come all the way back over here in America, get your ass beat again, and then Devin, he can move on. He could either fight Tank, to which I really want the WBA to mandate that fight, so therefore, George Kambosos, he could just be out of the picture, because Devin, he doesn't need to give him a rematch. The only thing that he needs to do is just be like, okay, look, the WBA is mandating me and Tank, so therefore, you have to fucking wait. So he can get paid his little step-aside money, and then Devin, he can move forward with fighting Gervonta, which I think that is something that Devin would like to do. Because why the hell would you want to fight George Kambosos when you already beat his ass once? So I mean, to us hardcore fans, we obviously don't want to see the rematch because that's not really worth a good fight for people to see now, because I don't think 50,000 people are going to pull up to Australia again. And I think they already know what the outcome's going to be. George Kambosos is just going to get, he's going to get slaughtered. And I think, honestly, Devin, he would have stopped him if he had just, like, you know, let his hands go more. And I think that fight would have been a lot more different, to which George Kambosos would have gotten his ass dominated a lot sooner. But I think, honestly, to the at the end of the day, George Kambosos knows that Devin is levels above him, and Devin Haney just displayed high-level masterclass boxing. But as far as that goes, I say what's next for Devin is just that, you know, take a break and then probably, you know, weigh in your options to see where you can go from there. And I would possibly say Gervonta Tank Davis would be the best option. And if he can get that Tank fight, go for it. But if not, I'd say just beat George Kambosos' ass. Try to get the fight, like, you know, made like back in America. And then boom, Devin, he could just become a undisputed lightweight champion once again, or he can make his first title defense, or his first title defense for undisputed against Kambosos, beat him up. And then after that, just move up to 140, man, because there's really nothing else left at 135 other than fight Tank. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think Devin Haney should move on from George Kambosos? Do you think that the rematch should happen? Or do you think he should face a guy like Gervonta Tank Davis, or maybe get a super fight in with maybe a guy like Shakur Stevenson, or possibly Keyshawn Davis, or anybody that we could potentially think of, like a Vasyl Lomachenko, or anybody. But that's pretty much it, guys. I'm going to get up out of here. But thank you, Devin Haney, once again for getting undisputed for Black American history and just for, legacy, man. Congratulations, dude. Devin Haney is another Lennox Lewis with the Jack Johnson 2.0. So salute to Devin Haney. Amazing victory, and forever the dreams and nightmare legacy of Devin Haney can continue. So salute to Devin the Dream Haney, and salute to Bill Haney, and salute to everybody, man. All right, I'll see you guys later. Salute to the mighty LDBC. Peace, and I'm out of here, y'all.